Now. Null void then replies text. Froggy then replies, I just wish my blankets weren't in the way, and her cats.
And in terms of texting, so these are obviously from Facebook Messenger, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Is used in the course of this evening as well.
Yes, they were. In that same Cellbrite phone extraction report of Mr. Isaac Apodaca's phone, I also came across relevant text messages from this night.
Okay, and those are contained in a Cellbrite report that we'll talk about in a little while.
That's correct.
Going to 1047-54.
How did she hurt you, Puggy? That's from Null Void. And then Null Void sends another message that says, your DID is kicking up. In one of the interviews I had with Miss Kiara McCulley, she explained to me that DID to her is, don't quote me on it, but some kind of personality disorder that I'm not familiar with.
Thank you. At 1049-44, what does Null Void say?
Just stop, we'll do the barn for you.
And then at 1050?
You'll also get paid there. And then Froggy responds, can you get hard? Null Void replies, maybe. Then the Froggy account responds, fuck her. And then another message from the Froggy account states, or hold her down flat on her back for me. Then between page 59 and page 60, the Null Void account states, is she wearing pants, or, and then 2 question marks. The Froggy account then says shorts. The Null Void account responds back. The body of that message says Otter unsent a message.
Do you know under what nickname or shorthand Isaac Apodaca was saved or referred to in Kiara's accounts?
It was Otter, that one that's referenced there in that last message.
So that would be, Otter would be Isaac Apodaca, and Puggy or Puggle is Kiara McCulley?
That's correct. Null Void then sends a message at 10:52 UTC time, which is the equivalent of 4:52 a.m. local time, unders. Froggy then responds IDK, which I believe means I don't know. Froggy sends another message which says, I doubt it, TBH. I believe TBH means to be honest. The Froggy account sends another message which says, I want to scare her by popping a balloon by her ear. Null Void responds and says, oh God, LMAO, which I believe means laugh my ass off. The Froggy account says, should I? The Null Void account says, maybe. The Froggy account then replies, this isn't helping. The Null Void account responds, what? The Froggy account responds, do something. And then the Null Void account says, let's give her false sense of security. I'll set the barn up. It is the hell tunnel. And that last message was sent at 10:57 UTC time, which is the equivalent to 4:57 a.m. local time.
And after Null Void, since that message, moving into page 61 of the records, what does Null Void then say?
Between page 60 and 61, the Null Void account says, I'm trying to figure this out. Would y'all be able to meet me at the mall tomorrow after 8? I'll do it. The Froggy account at 11:13 UTC time, which is the equivalent of 5:13 a.m. local time, says she's fake sleeping. The Null Void account responds yes. And then the Null Void account sends an additional message which states, I am going to take her elsewhere, so be ready Wednesday around 1 p.m. The Froggy account responds by saying CPTSD episode. The Null Void account then says, close your eyes, this is not good for you, put on rain sounds. The Froggy account then says, if she's faking, make it seem like we're fighting and fake hurt me. The Froggy account then says, the episode is real, bit used to advantages. The Null Void account, if you can scroll down more, then says at 11:24 UTC time, the equivalent of 5:24 a.m. local time, excuse me, says CPDSD will make you flip out. I can actually give you a stroke because when it flares, you twitch. The Froggy account responds, it's okay, trust me. The null void account says you will lose mobility to your right side of your body. The Froggy account says, I'll be okay. Another message from the Froggy account at 11:25 UTC time says, let's do this and have her get hurt in the process. The null void account says, how does she get hurt? In between page 61 and page 62 of the record, the Froggy account says at 11:26 UTC time, bring out the knife and miss me. The Froggy account says, not yet.
Okay, scroll.
At 11:28 UTC time, that's the equivalent of 5:28 a.m. The Froggy account says, put the knife away. The Froggy account then says, or go through with it. The Froggy account then says, start fighting me. The Froggy account then says, start beating her, please. Another message from the Froggy account says, having her here is already a trigger. Then at 11:32 UTC time, converted is 5:32 a.m. our time. The Froggy account says, even hearing her name and seeing her face. The null void account responds and says, why don't you hit me while I fake sleep? The Froggy account says, make me a worse bad guy, no thanks. The null void account says, not really. The Froggy account says, just hurt her. The Froggy account sends another message that says, badly. The Froggy account at 11:33 UTC time, converted is 5:33 a.m. our time, says, please. The null void account sends some kind of image or GIF that we can't see. And then the Froggy account sends a message at 11:34 UTC time that says, this sounds bad, but show me how much you love me. The Froggy account then sends a message that says, this is when your Hulk side can come out. The null void account then says, I know. The Froggy account replies, please. The null void account responds, I'm trying to figure out how to bring him out. At 11:35 UTC time, converted 5:35 a.m. our time, the Froggy account says, this is pointless, you won't do it, no matter how many opportunities you have. The null void count says, puggy. The Froggy account replies back, you don't love me, I get it. The Froggy account sends another message that says, no one does. The null void account says, hit me. At 11:36 UTC time, the Froggy account says, my right leg is out of commission. Another message from the Froggy account states, there goes the spasm again. The null void account then says, why is it a vibrator? The Froggy account says, LOL. And then between page 6.
Let me stop you because there's
Sure.
a reference to a vibrator. There were no sex toys collected in this case.
Not that I ever was made aware of. As far as I know, in the processing of the scene, there was never a vibrator collected or any sex toys.
The mention of a vibrator in your review and discussions with Isaac, does that relate to the spasm that's purportedly going on here?
I'm not sure.
Going into page 64, what does Froggy McCulley say at 11:37:23 UTC?
Do something. And then the Froggy account says, ow. And then the Froggy account says, not to me, shithead. And then the null void account says, shithead, we fake fighting. The Froggy account says, it actually hurts though. The Froggy account at 11:38 UTC time, converted our time is 5:38 a.m., says, ow. Then the Froggy account says, my foot is literally up your ass. The null void account says, meep. The Froggy account replies and says, get out of the blanket and go full Hulk on her. Oh, too